This is why I don't recommend people going to Lakeshire. Look at what happens when I walk into Lakeshire. There's just corpses everywhere. I'm only here to turn in the Stockades quest. The Head of Thargor. Let's see, 35 silver. We're looking for what sells to vendor. This sells to vendor for 35. So we'll get that. That's the only reason I came here. I'm actually going to hearth out of here, right? Let's see if this guy's coming after me. See, that's the guy who camps. This is this idiot who literally camps. Hold on a second. Let me log out. This idiot actually camps with his level, and he just sits in Lakeshire killing people with his pet. And that's why I logged out, because I'm not going to even mess around in Lakeshire, because I'll just get PvP'd. And I'm getting reached a point where I really want to level my blacksmithing up on Cute, but I need more ore, and to do that, I need to get my Druid up. So I'm actually going to spend more time leveling the Druid the next couple of days. I hope that doesn't annoy people too much. I believe there are some iron nodes in Darkshire, but what we're going to do is we're going to do something I haven't done in a long time, and we're going to level up in the Night Elf zone more than I normally do, just for fun, just for something different, and because the server is so crowded. You can see there's almost 9,600 people, which is funny, because it was 10,000 people when I logged on, so we've already lost about 400 people. I need to get these relics, so we're going to do that. Let me take my hearth. My hearth, unfortunately, is at Sentinel Hill. My inventory also needs to be cleared out. But so let's do this quest, and then we'll run. And I should have the other quest to turn in the, if I hit the right button here, in the zone beneath me, right here. I've got a couple quests. You can see this one and this one. And we're going to turn those quests in as well. So we're going to continue on the path of leveling in the Night Elf zones, because they're not as crowded. You'll see they're much less crowded than the other continent. Although once we get over to Astronar, we're going to see there's a lot of PvP going on. So we'll run into some PvP. We'll probably get killed a few times, but that's okay. It's all part of vanilla. World PvP is actually a real thing, unlike retail, where there's no world PvP really, because there's no one, let's say that video I love to watch. There's no one here, there's no one there, there's no one anywhere. We don't care about World of Warcraft, because we've got Overwatch and Hearthstone. I think it's really funny that Blizzard finally decided to make classic WoW. And I wonder if it's because, is it really pressure? I feel like Activision has too much a hand. Maybe I'm wrong, but it feels like Activision has too much of a hand in what Blizzard's doing right now. And Activision, they're just about the bottom dollar. They're not about giving the fans what they want. They're not about, they're just about making money. So, unfortunately, I don't think that's a good way to run a game company, in my opinion. Well, this sucks because I fell off. I was trying to get this damn ore. Well, let's kill this guy real quick. Since my debuff is 38 power, it makes a big difference. So any melee people that you're fighting, you want to definitely throw up your debuff. Your demoralizing roar, and it's also, one of the reasons why you talent point into feral aggression right away, because you're going to be in bear form at least until level 20, until you get your kitty form. And at that point, if you want to go kitty, you can. You can also stay in bear form. It just depends on what you like. I think kitty does a little bit more damage, but you'll take more damage. So I think kitty's probably the way to go as far as speed, probably. Other thing I need to do is get myself some gear. I mean, this character's running around in some, I showed it yesterday, but level 10 gloves, level 13 belt, level 12 boots, 10, 10. I mean, I haven't, once again, druids are not, they're not really gear dependent. I could probably just be naked and killing people. But if you can get if you're in bear form, if you can get a lot of gear with strength, that would be very helpful, so you can hit harder. But we're here to collect the relics, and so that's what I should start doing. I'm actually just walking around doing other stuff instead of really trying to pick up these relics. And then when I come out of form here, after I kill this guy, you want to cast your healing touch, because that's your most mana efficient heal. And as you can see, it's also a pretty powerful heal. I know there's a relic over there, but I prefer to go down into these little lower areas over here, because I can get some of the relics without really getting into combat. Although I seem to get in combat somewhere. Caster, it looks like. Let's see if I can LOS this caster and make her come to me. Oh, that's a negative. Gotta love that. Of course, always focus down the caster first, because their spells are going to do more damage than melee attacks in general. I don't know why my character's not attacking. I guess I was knocked down or stunned or something. Jeez. Stunned. Another thing, the common thing in vanilla WoW, and you'll hear people say it, is dazed for days. Because you'll be dazed and it feels like days because it's so long. It's like, look, you just did it again there. Stuck, kind of prevented me from going into Bearful. My favorite one is the basilisks who throw their gaze at you and literally like put you to sleep or something forever. They can be a pain in the butt. Alright, now we'll try to get that relic. See if we can... Oh, jump up here. No, I didn't think we could. Okay. Now we're going to try to slide past... well, we didn't make it past him. I wanted to get past him, because I knew there were 2 relics down here. That's what I was kind of going towards here. There's also a bunch of mobs down here. Killing people is nothing new. Looks, this might actually get us... My dingus here. I don't know why. I'm having a hard time getting this character, my bear, to swing. He's just standing there. It's not attacking. Oh, crap. This could really be bad. And I'm dazed for days. I'm stunned here. Let's get that up. We're going to have to pop a healing potion. We're going to have to try to kill this one guy. Okay, the ding really helped there. And I got knocked down. And I'm moving really slowly. Oh, jeez. This should be close enough. Make sure that these guys are debuffed. Yeah, getting that ding has probably just saved my life, to be honest. Well, it did. I'm like pretty sure it did. Oh, come on, really? And knocked down. 1 health, dead. Oh! Well, it was risky going down into that hole with all those people. You would think that the aggro range wouldn't be quite that big, but it's vanilla, man. That's what made vanilla a little bit more interesting and difficult. Even though I'm basically the same level with these mobs, I'm aggroing people that are pretty far away from me. If you guys play retail, and I suggest that you don't, they've reduced the aggro range quite a bit. It's not as big. I remember going into instances like Dead Mines and, man, aggroing people that feel like they were like miles away from me. You're like, what the hell? The good thing on my Druid is that I usually don't have a lot of buffs up other than the ones that I can self-cast. It's not like I'm losing stuff, whereas on Keep Faith, a lot of times I'll have a potion up, a scroll up, a food buff up, a dragon buff, you know, because it really helps to have all those things. And so when I die, I lose all of those buffs, and that's very frustrating. On the Druid, I die, it's not a big deal. I just recast my 2 self-buffs, and I keep going, you know. It's more just the downtime. Another thing that's nice about the Druid is I'm a Night Elf, so I move quicker in my Will of the Wisp, my Wisp form here. I move faster, as you see here. Location, but it doesn't say, but your Will of the Wisp is faster. We'll see if it says it on, on racials. See here, transform. See, I'm 50% faster. while dead. So that actually is very helpful. So 2 reasons that dying on a druid is not as painful as dying on a protection paladin. And I just woke up. I'm kind of tired. A little bit hungover too. Oh, come on, let's get this. It's funny because I die in this area a lot because I'm always overconfident. I'm always like, oh, these guys aren't that tough, but they are. I mean, they really are. The casters really hurt. Let's go ahead and heal. You saw the caster was over here, and I was right about there, so that... He must have did this where he moved in and like he just did. Because when he does that, he's actually pretty close to me. Let's go ahead and loot this guy. Apparently there's 2 of them over here. Let's loot that one. Sometimes it... And I was talking about this yesterday, but I think that there's an internal CPU tick cycle that's going on with the game loop. When they wrote the game code, I'm a programmer, so I think about these things. But when they wrote the game code, there's like a clock. Think of it as my hand moving in a circle here, and only when my hand reaches my foot will it register and actually execute a button click. So if I happen to click, let me go into bear form. If I happen to click the letter A here to execute my maul, and my hand during this moving internal CPU game loop clock cycle is here, there'll be a little bit of a delay before you see my character actually execute the maneuver. But if it's like, let's say here, and I hit it, then it appears as if the maul is triggered almost instantly. And you'll see this happen a lot when you're playing a druid. And you go up. Do I have? Yeah, I got plenty of mana. I'm gonna stun this girl. Oh, come on. There we go. But watch. I'm gonna hit A. And it executed now. Look how long it took before it executed. Hit A again, and it executed now. But part of it thinks I'm shielded. Let's see. Movement slowed and attacks and time in between attacks. So it's not really a good measure to look at it when I'm attacking this character because my attacks are slowed due to frost. Let's loot this. Inventory's full. Is there anything we can get rid of? Let's just get rid of one of these clams, right? And that way we can loot these other ones. Loot this one. Okay. But what we're here for is the relic, but you cannot get it when you're in shapeshift form. Basically, when you're in shapeshift form, the only thing you can really do is skin. And the only action you can perform is skinning. But outside of that, like to turn in quests, to loot, or you can skin and you can loot. You can turn quests or to pick up quest items. You have to be in humanoid form. So. Just gonna see if there's a relic. I'm trying to peek and see if I can see a relic around here. We're trying to avoid getting into too much combat, but. I know there's a relic down here. I don't know if that's the one. Just trying to be careful. These casters are such a bitch. And if what I'm thinking is correct, I may look and see if there's an add-on that actually tracks that. Like when I can hit my attack. Because there's certain scenarios where I could cast a spell that I know is instant cast. Like, this is always going to go right away. So, I don't know. There's something weird about... I wish I'm just going to have to run around the corner to pull him. You know what I mean? Just get out of his range. Because I don't want to go up there and attack him, because I'm definitely going to get multiple mobs. Alright, this should be far enough, hopefully. Yeah. Look how slow that slowing effect is. to get this one before this broheen comes up and hits me. We will be sealed on this guy, so let's say if I hit. Now, another thing I noticed is when I click with the mouse, it seems to execute quicker. But, see, it didn't. There was still a good second delay, or maybe half a second. Actually going to take a little break here because I have to use the restroom. Let's see if I can get to a safe spot and just pause this video for a second. I think this is probably about as safe as I'm going to get. I'm going to log out right here, and we will pause recording. Alright, we have come back after eating our breakfast. Thank you, Ambers. We have to log back in, and we're gonna have to kill the same people over again. I'm talking funny because I watched Nacho Libre last night. Chancho, can I borrow some sweets? I'm going in, babe. She didn't like Greg's. So yes, this quest is very slow. That's why a lot of times I skip it, but because I am going to do this zone further south, I might as well do it because it's kind of on the way. We're just going to have to let him hit me with the slowing bolt, or maybe, and then shift. That way I can get out of that slow effect. Wait for him to come or to me. Come to me. Shift. Shift. That way we can get to him quicker. And give him the bitch slap. No, take that. Chancho. Now we must get, let's see, this should be, yes, this one respawned. Oh, we got the cat. Remember, this cat figurine sometimes, very rarely, will give you an actual usable pet that lasts for a certain amount of time. So loot these guys. Sometimes you'll get the pet. This time we did not. It's very rare. I would say it's about 1 in, maybe 1 in 50 or 2, I don't know, 1 in 25. And there's not very many of them, so it took you a while to get it. But I have gotten it a couple times. Hey, there is a chest. Maybe there'll be some magic in the chest. Chancho, can I borrow some sweets? Nacho, nacho. Got that damn movie stuck in my head right now. I've never seen that before. It was kind of funny. We are constantly fighting this full inventory. I don't have anything I really want to throw away. That's why I'm constantly fighting this. Actually, I did the Vial of Scrying. So this can actually be ditched. Okay, we definitely want the silver bar. Definitely. Actually, this is pretty good. 4 stamina, 4 strength. Is that better than what I have? Hell yeah, it is. This is way better than the belt I have. So what we're going to do is have to throw something away. We've got plenty of light hide. I'm going to grab that. What else we got? We don't need any of this other stuff. And we're going to put this on. We're going to throw this one away, even though it's worth 2 silver. It's just the name of the game sometimes. And we really need to complete this quest and hit a vendor, because I'm sick of managing all this excess inventory. Oh, we can throw this away. It's not worth anything. And I don't think we put our talent point in, so we're now 5 of 5. What's really exciting about this is the next 2 times we level, we get a point into feline swiftness. So That is very nice. Very nice indeed. And, oh, and here's another relic. Actually, I think, are we done? We're done. Yes, let's get the heck out of here. Let's get out of here. Chancho, let's get out of here. Oh, we forgot our bird. That's why we didn't get the cat, because we didn't have the lucky bird, lucky hawk. Okay, now we just need to, unfortunately we've got to run all the way back, and the best way to do that I always find is by going to the beach. Ooh, is that a cat figurine? No. Looking for more cat figurines. Chancho, can I borrow some sweets? Look at this, days for days. Oh, dazed again. Alright, so turn that quest in, and head on down to Astronaut. And, oh, don't forget when I die to turn on our ore tracking here. There's quite a few ores around here, so don't want to miss out. The only reason I'm not loving Cute Faith as much is because she doesn't have mining. I had no idea it would make me not want to level as much, but because I like to mine while I'm leveling, it's making me want to get this character up so I can really mine some more and get Cute Faith's engineering and her blacksmithing higher level, because I need to raise both of those. And some people would say, and they're probably rightly so, if you're just interested in speed leveling, which I'm not, but if you are, if you're just trying to get to 60 as fast as possible, you wouldn't even do professions. You would just do quests nonstop until you're 60, you know, but I find that really boring and really kind of tiresome. I like to level and raise my professions and do a lot of stuff solo, and I just find it more enjoyable. But you end up, you know, making it a more lengthy journey. So a lot of people watch these videos are probably like, why are you doing this? Why bother? You know, or why... You know, and this is the way I like to play. This is the way I find the game enjoyable. It may not be the way that you find it or other people find it enjoyable. I like to work with multiple classes and multiple characters and level them together. And it can be daunting. You know, you get in a guild and you're the guild leader, and people always expect the guild leader to be like, oh, you got to be the highest level character. And you can see, oops, he's already like level 33. But that's all he's doing is focusing on probably leveling his rogue. And rogues, who knows if he's doing professions, but, you know, it's always... Sometimes you always feel the pressure, like, I have to be the highest level in the guild because I'm the guild leader. But that's not necessarily the case. You just have to have a good presence and help people out, be helpful, be a good leader. I think the biggest thing to being a guild leader or to being a good guild member is just being online, you know, just being around and talking to people, being active. Really, I really don't want that. What I really wanted was this ore. I'm still yellow on, so I need to get to 65. We're at 48, so we still got a ways to go here. Okay. And we are really running out of backspace. What is this? Tear of Grief. Oh, I need to sell that to a vendor. And there's nothing I can hear this. I can get rid of this silver leaf. I hate to throw silver leaf away, but it's not worth much. And I don't have any alchemists currently. Hey, Chancho. Chancho, can I borrow some sweets? Alright. We have begun. We must journey. We must face the long dark of Auberdine. But we have no choice. We must face the long dark of what's it called? I'm trying to think of the mines of the long dark of Moria. Someone asked me about my add-ons. I get asked about add-ons and keybinds and macros all the time, and I'm always amazed that people are so interested in that stuff. And I've mentioned my add-ons many times. Probably what I'll do is at the beginning of each video, I'm just going to start logging in and saying, here's my add-ons. That'll be the first thing I say in the video. Here's my add-ons. Just go right to the add-on screen, you know. But no, I won't. I did make a video on a separate video on the Druid, on the talents, saying this is where I'm going with my talents, you know. Oh, really? Oh, no. I thought she was going to grab that ore. No, it would have been funny. I think that was a priest. I've seen a priest grab mine. Yeah, see, you can't mine when you're in bear form, but you can skin. Oh, I forgot. I should be skinning as well. Okay, I'll grab this only because I want to skin him. See if I can get some light leather. Alright, now we're almost back to Auberdine. But yeah, I mean, my add-ons, I mean, really, I don't use a ton of add-ons, and I've said it a lot. I use kind of the same ones. Like here, I've got the Druid bar, which just when I shift into bear form, it still shows my mana. And which I wish I don't. I may have to disable it to see if that actually really works. What is this? I remember. But yeah, I mean, the biggest add-ons really that you would look at is I use X-Pearl for my bar add-on, so that shows that my, you know, these bars here. And then I use, you know, like, here, see the, actually it doesn't look like I have OmniCC enabled. I've got the sweep. If I had OmniCC turned on, you should see a number on the cooldown on these things. Yeah, let's try this. Well, these don't have a cooldown. What has a cooldown here? There. See the number? This is OmniCC. That's just showing you how long until I can use that skill again. What else? My casting bar, right? So this bar right here is called OCB, like OCB3 or OCB casting bar. And I just like that because I can position it where I want. I can resize it, make it how, you know, large or small. I can also do a focus casting bar. Yeah. What else? Of course, I have Questy, the Quest add-on, which you see here. And I've got Buff Watch, which you see here, which tracks my buffs. Like once I turn, like, these are the buffs it's tracking. Once I select it, now it'll do a little text that flashes on the screen, a little sound. That sound, you know, that lets me know if one of these drops off. It's really more useful for my paladin because, you know, on paladins the buffs are so short. You know, these like 5-minute buffs, so they're all constantly dropping off. So I'm constantly wanting to refresh them. So I just have that to kind of remind me, hey, you know, refresh these. And then of course I have the damage meters, which for the damage meters I don't really look at it a whole lot. I don't really use it much. Honestly, I think the most value I get out of it is when I'm tanking for damage taken, which is what it's set at right now. And I want to see if I'm doing a good job tanking, I should have good threat, and I should be taking most of the party damage. Now this is that quest that apparently I don't have the bones. So there's a possibility this is in my bank, and that's the only reason I haven't abandoned this quest. And actually I'm level 19, so let's go to Darnassus and train, because I probably have some things I can train. And of course I need to empty my inventory. Other add-ons, let me think. I use one that's called Chatsui, and what Chatsui is if I go in here and I link something, you know, I say HTTP, you know, www.google.com or something. If I do this, see, it's a link, and when I click on it, right, it opens it up into this window, and I can copy it. See, now I can do Control-C to copy this. So this is nice, because sometimes people say, hey, go here to look up this maybe something for hunter pets or something, and they'll put a link in there. Well, if I didn't have Chatsui, I couldn't do this. So that's why I use Chatsui. I also have spam, like here. See how now I can say ban player chat. This is called spam filter. This is like when someone's talking a lot and they're saying things I don't want to, like maybe someone's swearing a lot, or maybe they're talking about politics or religion, and I really don't want to hear it because I don't really care about those topics that much. I can just ban them, and it'll ban them for a certain amount of time. Ooh. Ooh. It'll ban them for a certain amount of time. I could use this. You know, like 60 seconds, like a couple minutes or something, I won't see any messages from that person. So that's a really nice one. Also, if someone's spamming if there were a lot of gold spammers, I could just ban them, and I wouldn't be getting all these spammed. Or if someone's spamming guild message constantly, you know, these types of things, you know, I wouldn't be getting it. And then, other add-ons. Nubis, you being bad again. Nubis loves to get on the island. Other add-ons. Obviously, I talked about Cartographer before. I use Cartographer. Allows me to see more information about the maps and the zones. You can even see, like, you know, what instances are in these zones. You know, Kalendor. You know, I can easily go to Kalendor and say, well, I want to look at Ashenvale. Now that I'm in Ashenvale, you know, Blackrock Depths. You know, you can just see these are the instances across the whole game, I guess. Battleground. So you know, some of this is pretty cool. But the biggest reason I use this is to see the levels of the zone. So, like, if I click on the Barrens, it tells me what level it is, and it tells me what instances there are there. See that? You know, Ungor Crater, 48 to 55. Silas is 55 to 60 in the instances of the ruins of Anchorage and Anchorage. Durotar instances, Ridgefire Chasm. You know, so that's really kind of helpful, especially for new players who've never played. What is Oopsie? What is he? Oh, he's a rogue. Yeah, so for someone who's not used to, who hasn't played Vanilla WoW much, or even played World of Warcraft that much, that'd be really helpful. And other add-ons, Druid Trainer. Let's see my Druid Trainer. Okay, and we would love to get Maul rank 2. Regrowth rank 2. No, we don't really need that. Hibernate. No, we don't really. Fairy Fire is good, but it's not Fairy Fire Feral. So we'll grab it. Tangly Roots 2. Yeah, and Wrath 2, no. Fairy Fire Feral. I'm going to Alt-Tab here. I'm going to look at my bars and see. I put that on C, really? On the C key? And I guess I had that on my C key, which is interesting. I don't really like that. So let's say, and Fairy Fire Feral probably can't be cast. Fairy Fire Feral I can cast while I'm in Shapeshift form, but I can't cast this while I'm in Shapeshift form. So, like, if I go into Bear form, see, this isn't usable. So middle mouse click is what I like to use for that generally. So that's actually correct. And then we got what? We got Tangling Roots, I think, rank 2. So we'll go ahead and put that there. And then we also got Maul rank 2. It looks like that updated automatically. So here's Maul rank 2. Alright, so we did that. And well, I'm trying to think, what else can we do while we're here? Let's go ahead and hit the auction house and see if we can get some better gear. Because I have some really low level gear, like level 10 stuff. So let's do that. Anyways, yeah, so Other add-ons. I think he means, yeah. I think he means that if they have good gear, they do really well. But yeah, I mean, I don't even. I have Auctioneer, which is used for scanning the auction. I also have, KTM threat meter, which I probably don't have turned on right now. Actually, let's just to make this all easier. Let's just real quick log out, and I'll show you, those to discuss the add-ons, and I'll maybe even put a link to the exact time. So add-ons. So let's go to River Song. So Atlas Loot Enhanced. This just obviously shows the possible loot from bosses. Auctioneer allows me to scan the AH and kind of it comes up with details on how to it lets you post auctions and recommend what prices you should use based on if you scan the whole auction. It'll say I've seen 10 items that you're trying to sell. You're trying to sell this sword. When you scanned, there were 10 of them, and so the average buyout price was this, that kind of stuff. Buff Watch we talked about. It just manages my buffs and tells me when they drop off. Cartographer we talked about that. Chatsui. This is the one for item links and player links. Just allows me to copy those web links and stuff. And player links, the enhanced player hyperlinks in chat. Alt click to invite, control click to target. When writing a message, shift click will insert a working hyperlink. So different things like this are really nice. Damage meter is pretty self-explanatory. CT mail mod allows me to send multiple mails at once instead of having to send one mail at a time. Druid bar allows me to see my mana when I'm in a feral form or cat form. Chantrix, this is just different information pertaining to results of disenchanting items. So when I hover over an item, it'll show me the percentage chance that item has to disenchant into a lesser shard or a greater shard or dream dust or whatever. Gathering just allows me to track nodes on the map for mining and herbalism and stuff like that. Format, detailed tooltips. I don't. A lot of these are kind of tie into each other, like Enchantrix, Enhanced Tooltip, Format. But they're kind of, some of them are, I don't know if this one's actually needed. But I've had it checked for so long, I don't quite remember exactly what it does. Can produce item reports by binding information window to a key press. So let's get rid of that one for now and just see if I miss it. And then threat meter I don't use until I'm tanking. I don't plan on tanking on this tune too much, if ever, so I don't have it turned on. Mixed scrolling battle text allows me, we already have scrolling text that is inherent to the game itself, but mix allows you to customize the text, the size. You can set up triggers to put up custom text, like if one of my trinket procs an effect, I can have a text message appear saying, trinket proc, you now have 100 extra attack power or something. And I actually do that sometimes when I have multiple trinkets, that when they're all active at the same time and I've got an extra 300 attack power, then I know I want to dump all my damage dealing abilities right then because they're going to be more effective. So you can do stuff like that. OCB is the casting bar. I talked about that. Just allows me to see casting bars, resize and move them around for cast, focus target casting. Omni sees the kill cooldown. The loot link is just more information around the items in my bag, how much I can sell to the vendor, how much they're worth, how much they usually would cost from a vendor. Xpearl, again, is the bar add-on, so it just shows different different windows for parties and players and stuff, so that I really like the Xpearl. Been using Xpearl for a long time, for probably 5 or 6 years, probably longer. Shaggy Plates is just a nameplate, which it provides more information on the nameplate of my enemy. And if I have a bleed if I'm a rogue and I've got an active bleed on my target, I'll see the bleed on the nameplate of that target. So this is pretty helpful. And then Questy is just the quest add-on. So there you go. That is pretty much the add-ons I have. I don't consider that a lot of add-ons. I don't think it is. I think they're all very useful. All of them I use pretty much on a daily basis, so that's why I have them. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we can possibly get. We know that I need to place gloves. Let's see. Let's go gloves, boots, chest, cloak, bracers. So that's a lot of stuff. And what we're looking for is strength and stamina. So we're going to go leather, and we're going to search for level range, right? We're going to go 18 to 20, and then we're going to say head, nothing, shoulder, waiting for it to come back. All right, so, and we're just looking for prices here. See, so I don't have any shoulders right now, I don't think. And so these are, you know, 20 silver is a lot for that. If it was like 10 silvers, I'd buy it. It's just a little extra armor. And here we go. These rawhide, right? 20, 13 silver, right? 58 armor. You know, 13 silver. That's not bad. Now these have stamina, so they're much better. But they're also a little bit more expensive. And I've got a leather worker, so I'm going to look and see if there's something my leather worker can make, shoulders-wise, because he probably can. If not, he's probably pretty close. We've got, in one of my bags, I've got some of this stuff here. This is 4 intellect. This is my casting set. So what I need is one that's more like a bear. So let's take a look. None of these are bear. Falcon's not bad for like a hunter. And tough leather armor. Just so none of this really jumps out at me because I really want strength and stamina, and most of these don't. Like here's one that just has 8 stamina, you know, for 35 silver. You know, that's not bad, but I'm not really having a problem with leveling, like running out of health, so I'm not going to waste money on stuff like that. Really what I'm looking for is more attack power. And I already grabbed the force leather belt. That's good. I looted that. And legs. I've got stamina, intellect, so we're looking for bear. And as you can see, this stuff's pretty picked through. I'm not seeing any bear. Let's see what these are. 8 agility. Stamina. So again, really nothing that's, you know, I don't waste money unless it's really a good item, you know. And so right now I'm just not seeing anything. Here, this is actually pretty good. 10 plus 10 attack power is really good, but I'm not going to pay that much gold for it, so again, not worth it. And then we go to our hands. I think did I look at hands already? I've got level 10 hands, so, and my hands have just 1 stamina and 2 agility, so I would like to get, let's see, these are, this is actually really good. These red whelp gloves, it's a gold, so it's a little expensive, but to have a chance to deal extra fire damage and a 5% chance, that's actually really good. So I'm going to buy those. That's way, I mean, that's a pretty high percentage chance. So that's pretty good. We're just going to get that. And then I didn't really see anything else that I really wanted. Is there any, let me check my bags again real quick and see if I can vendor anything, see if I can auction anything. Let's see, I think we got these leather thing, didn't we? This? No. No. Let's just head to the mailbox, which I believe is right over here. Do we not have our hawk? Oh, we don't. So that was a gold. But I had 2.75 gold, so I actually was doing okay on money. I thought the inn was over here. Am I on the wrong side? I thought it... I hate it when I do this and I'm on the completely wrong side. But I think it may be on the other side. I don't think it's that far, so we're going to have to head back. How are we doing on time? 43 minutes on this video. Yeah, it looks like it's all the way inside. We also have the first aid. Let me check my pros. Do I even have? Yeah, I do. It's level 69. Probably could. Let's check on the first aid. That's on the other side. We'll check on our cooking first aid. See if we can level those up any. And what was the other thing we got? Skin. Also, if there's a skinning trainer here. Let's just go ahead and put these on here so I can see what they are. Well, it doesn't. I have to go to my screen to do it. What else do we have? Campfire, natures, minerals. Alright, so the only way I can see my skill level is to go to skills. Skinning is currently 144. That can be raised. And mining is 48. Okay. General trade, enchanting. I don't even know if there is a skinning trainer. I don't think there... I don't know if there is. General trade. There's the mailbox. I know the skinning trainer was right outside Darnassus. I don't know if they'll allow me to skin up, so we're just gonna grab these. And I'm gonna mail some stuff off that we don't need. We don't need this. Don't need this. I'm trying to send all this stuff to Keep Faith that she could use. This. And send her the. Is there any medium leather? Yeah, let's send this to Q. She might be able to use this for engineering. And of course, all the ore is going to go to Mist, and she'll smelt these into bars. Okay, Mist. Okay, and then just the leather. All this leather I'm missing right to my left. I'm actually going to jump on my leather worker and see where she's at. See if maybe she can, like I said, craft some stuff for my druid here. And I've gotten so much leather, I can probably, if I can't raise her leather working, I can certainly make some stuff that will probably sell, hopefully. Okay, this is all going to go to Cheryl. She's like level 26, I think. So I've got 2600, 230 paladins. Don't even ask. I had to start from 0 so that people could see the leveling series. And then this druid and my priest. And that's pretty much it. Trying to think where else there's leather working. I mean, obviously Stormwind. Probably have to wait till it's Stormwind. What's my hearth? My hearth's at Sentinel, right? Yeah. But I do want to hit the first aid and cooking trainer over here. See if I can learn any recipes or raise either of those skills. Here's cooking. First aid should be right next to it, right here, I think. Actually, it's right here. And then let's take a look at this. We've got enchanting. There's leatherworking, but not skinning. Skinning's outside. And there's alchemy, Argent Dawn. Okay. Okay. Zoom in the camera. And we're going to require training. Okay. Jump over here. No way I can make that jump. And jump over here. And let's hit the cooking trainer. Okay. Goblin devil clams. Oh, now if that's the tangy meat, let's check that out, because if that's tangy clam, I've actually got quite a bit of tangy clam meat. Now, also, since we're here, let me stock up some more seasonings. And I'm just looking at my inventory again. Oh, I got 7 more feathers. That's more money I can make. So, this guy. Okay, we want hot spices, right? And you can shift right click to open this window up and then just type in 20 and hit OK. So we're going to grab ourselves 60 hot spices. I don't think we're going to need any mild, and soothing's too expensive to buy right now. Now soothing will be needed for the turtle bisque, and I do have quite a bit of turtle meat. And I plan on getting some more turtle meat. Killing turtles is actually a good way to make money too, because they drop a lot of gray items that sell for pretty high price, so it's actually pretty good. I want to look at all of the greens that are in my inventory. Well, this we need to equip. I really like those gloves. The red whelp gloves, those are nice. I mean, 5% is a pretty good chance. Unfortunately, I'm not attacking very quickly. It'll be better for my feral, I hope. And we've got quite a bit of stuff going on in here, don't we? Look at that. Oof. And we've got quite a bit of hot spices. Now, do we have the tangy clam meat? Because let's go ahead and do some cooking and try to clear out some of my inventory. Here's some tangy clam meat. And looks like I've got a load of hot spices. And roast raptors 175. Here's more tangy clam meat. I knew I had some of this. And Murloc fin soup. Let's see, I can make that too. That requires so. And this is like a 6 buff food. This is a 6 buff food, so you can see I've got a lot of food. Alright. And what else can we make? Raptor eggs. We're gonna make a lot of food, guys. Which is great, because I really don't like not having buff food. Alright. We're going to make a fireplace right here. got? I'm gonna make all of this. I've already got, I had 12, so that's good. And that's just a lag spike. Yes, it was just a lag spike. Alright, here we go. Let's make some Murloc fin soup. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? My cooking's 150. I wonder if I can raise that. Let's go to Sentinel Hill. Actually, we're at the, well, no, we're gonna go there anyway. Let's check my bank real quick. Some of this stuff I'm sure I can get rid of. Let's send some of these things, like these low-level foods. Shiny red apple, I certainly don't need that. This, this. I don't want the hops either. I'm going to get rid of this low-level food. At least a lot of it. And what is this? Engineering. This also needs to be sent. Let's... Oh, what can I replace this with? Okay, we've got all of these foodstuffs, right? Like this low-level food's going to go to my person who holds on to food. Like this, the boar meat. This little bag here. This is all going to go to Sphinx. What else do we got? Might as well send him the herbs too for now, just because I don't really have a person that carries a hold on the herbs for me right now. So for now, we're just going to send it to him. And then anything I'm going to vendor, like this mechanical squirrel, it should go to my engineer, because I don't think she knows this. So this is going to go to Cute Faith. And then the stuff that I can sell at the auction house. It's going to go to my auctioneer. Oh, I forgot the feathers. That's over a gold in feathers right there. It's like 1.2 gold. And that's good. Now what we're going to do is, because I don't want to waste leveling up, cooking all this stuff without getting skill points for it, is we're going to see if we can go to Stormwind, level that up, and then the nice thing is we can just teleport to Moonglade, fly back to Ruthrun Village, then fly to Darkshore, then run south to turn in the quests I have for that zone. So this is our plan, and let's do it. Again, talents, as we're just walking around, my talent build is going to be 5 here, 5/5 Ferocity first, then 5/5 Feral Aggression, then 2 into Feline Swiftness. Then we're going to jump over to Restoration. We're going to go 5/5 Furor. At that point, I've got to go back and look. I think at that point, I'd probably come back and pick up Sharpened Claws, then go into Blood Frenzy, Predatory Strikes. Eventually we want to get down to Fair. Next thing we want to do is, after we get 5/5 on Furor and 2/2 on Feral Instinct, the goal is to get down to Fairy Fire Feral as fast as I can, because that's actually a really, really good ability that I want to cast pretty much every time before I pull them off. Like I was doing Moonfire. You know, like I was pulling with Moonfire, but after I get Fairy Fire Feral, I'll pull with Moonfire, Shapeshift into whatever form I'm using, cat or bear, and then I will cast Fairy Fire Feral on the target. Then if I want, I can cast Demoralizing Roar. At that point, you know, I've lowered their armor. What does it do? Decrease the armor of the target by 175, which is actually quite a bit. So I've lowered their armor. I've lowered their attack power. And at that point, it's pretty easy. I mean, I'm not taking hardly any damage. We also need bigger bags. Really wasn't a lot of gear I could buy that I thought was worth the cost. Oh, that's right. We were going to jump over to my hunter and see if we can make some stuff. So, always something. That's the other thing that's kind of, like I said, when you level up multiple characters at the same time and you raise their professions, you can help each other. Like one character can make gear for the other character, and it'll save you money. I mean, you're not, like if I wanted to really give this character some gear, I'd have to spend a couple gold just to get gear, but I don't want to do that. I only spend gold on stuff that I know I really need. Like the Uther's strength was, I know I'll be using that from like level 47, probably all the way up to 60. It's that good, you know. So that trinket will last me a long time. So it was totally worth the 20 gold I spent on it. And you'll see at level 47 when it procs, mobs will hit me 2-3 times, and they still won't have taken the shield down, you know. All right, so let's hit the cooking trainer. Let's get our good luck hawk owl out. Well, it's not a hawk owl. It's a great horned owl. I like the hawk owl better, but oh well. Let's refresh our buffs. Let's see if we can maybe get a few more guildies to join. Right now we've got 20 guild members and 5 people online. Q Sith has been online a lot, so we need to promote her out of the full rank. And if you look, the ranks are full, and then it goes to pet soldier, and then I think it goes to full. I'm sorry, full peasant, foot soldier, Templar, and here we go, protective hide. Right here, Skinner. All right. And that cost me 50 silver, but well worth it, trust me. Yeah, look at that, 50 silver. I wouldn't even have enough to buy that if I'd spent a bunch of stuff on gear. You know, I would have to log over to my banker and send over some money. Yeah, leveling up your skills like skinning and mining actually gets expensive. Like, the next time I level up skinning to, like, it'll probably be, like, 2 gold or something, or, like, a gold. I mean, it's not cheap. Actually, it might even be 4 gold. So, professions can cost you a lot of money, but they can also make you a lot of money. Alright. Oh, see, he will not level me up, which means I need the cookbook. I need to buy the cookbook. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to send some money over, because I want to raise her cooking. So we're going to look in the auction house for the actual cookbook. Because I'm assuming that's what I need. Yeah, I'm at 150. So just like first aid, there's actually a first aid book that you have to buy. There's also the same thing with cooking. Now, actually, that cookbook may be in Astronar, which is where I'm going anyway. Let me Google that real quick, because I don't want to buy it if it's actually sold in Astronar. Let's see. Vanilla WoW cookbook. Expert cookbook is what we're talking about, and that should be sold in Astronar. Let's see. Teaches. But where do you get it? Comments. No, that's not it. This is not it. Here we go. Sorry guys, I'm trying to find the cookbook here. Expert cookbook can be purchased in Wulon. We can find it in Chandra and Silverwind Refuge. Okay, yeah, so that's correct. So we're not going to buy the cookbook. What we're going to do is we're actually just going to get it from the actual NPC. And I know where that NPC is. So I'll show you guys where that's at. So next thing we need to do is basically, I think I'm going to put... I think I'm just going to throw this gear, this healing gear, in the bank. I don't know, it's taking up a lot of inventory space. Yeah, I'm just going to throw it in the bank for now, because I do plan on... I'll probably can hit Stormwind. If I do want to heal, the first thing I'll be healing will be Dead Mines. And this gear is actually pretty low even for that. But let's just throw that in the bank. Yeah, this stuff's actually fairly low. Well, you know, one thing we could look for. Let's look at what kind of weapons we can use. Right now we can use daggers, staves, two-handed maces. So what we want to do is we want to look for a two-handed mace that's going to give us strength. So let's go weapon, two-handed mace. Right? And here we go. Look at this, 50 silver. Now, but this is that's a boar. I want bear. This one. Oh, look at the cost. I mean, this is a very well, a highly sought after item for a feral druid, because it's got 5 strength, 5 stamina. So how about this one? This one's 7 stamina. So these things are very expensive. Here's one of the boar, level 20. 8 strength, 2 stamina. Yeah, so these things are pretty costly. So let's look at stabs real quick. Alright, and is there any... Oh my god, stabs are very expensive. What is this one? Jesus. Okay, let's go back to... Okay, well, can we use this, right? Because this is 5 intellect, -3 spirit. I didn't remember that I had -3 spirit. Can I actually use this? Yeah, let's take this staff off. Other thing we're going to do is, this does give us intellect, so I can use the offhand. 5 intellect, but what we want to do now is, I think it said I could use daggers, right? Let's go to our skills again. We can use daggers. So what we would do is we would go daggers, but you're not really going to find too many daggers at low level that have intellect spirit. This one does. This one's 4 intellect 2 spirit. It's actually probably the best one at low level. The rest of these are all going to be damage. The Evocator's Blade is really the only way to go. So let's go back to... So really, what I probably would end up doing is just equipping for my healing set. I'd probably end up just equipping the Tear of Grief right now. For the intellect. Because this one only gives me well, this one gives me 2 intellect and 2 stamina. So it's not too bad. But I really don't have a great healing set right now. You guys are probably getting bored watching this. I'm sorry. This stuff has to be done. I've got to make room. So we're going to put our gear up here. The stuff that I might use for healing sets going to go for here. This we're just going to throw away. That will vendor. This is going to be for healing. This is definitely healing. And I think that's all I had. What's this? This is 2 agility. That's just, we need to vendor. So let's vendor a few things, and then let's port to Moonglade and head over and get our cookbook. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to vendor these items. And then I'm gonna log off and stop recording this particular video because I want to check. I'm just gonna vendor this one. And we still have this shield, so we send these to our banker. Look at all these people playing WoW. And this is gonna go to my banker. Okay. And that's it, guys. I'll stop this video because I'm going to jump over to my hunter and see what I can make and see if I can raise her leatherworking and maybe make some leather shoulders for me since I don't have any. And I'll come back and start playing again. See you later.